Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Ado About Nothing. And this week, we are breaking historic with Inquisitor Captain. So let's talk about this insane Captain combo deck, jump into some games, see it in action. All right, so here is our Captain combo deck. And the idea of this deck is kind of hilarious. So we're built around Inquisitor Captain. When it comes into play, as long as you got a bunch of cheap creatures in your deck, you see two creatures with mana value 3 or less. One of them you get to put on the battlefield, the other one goes back into your library. And this is just an absurd card. It's a great value card. We see it in Alchemy, we see it in Historic. People play it pretty fairly, but we're not playing it fairly. We're all in on maximizing the power of a single Inquisitor Captain. So the idea of this deck is, hopefully one captain is going to lead to a huge board full of creatures. First, we have 8 clones. So if we Inquisitor Captain and hit a clone, we can just copy Inquisitor Captain and we get another shot at hitting something else. In theory, if we got really lucky, we could play one Inquisitor Captain and end up with 9 Inquisitor Captains on the battlefield. That's 27 power. Unlikely that we just go clone, 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 clone all the way through our deck, but it could happen. But we don't just have to hit clones. We also have Charming Prince and Soul Herder, which are more Inquisitor Captain activations. If we hit a Charming Prince, we can flicker the Inquisitor Captain, comes back in at our end step, we get to do it again. If we hit a Soul Herder, we can blank Inquisitor Captain on our end step, get another shot at hitting clones and building a big board. And honestly, if we can play Captain on like turn 3, we don't really have to make 9 captains to win the game. If we make 4 captains or something, that's still 15 power, whatever, on turn 3. That's enough to beat most decks. We also have Ephemerate just to blink the captain or to blink our other stuff. Then we have some support cards. Gilded Goose, Prosperous Innkeeper just ramp us into Captain. Skyclave gives us removal that works with all of our blink shenanigans and can be found by Captain. Grizzled Huntmaster, pretty insane in this deck. When it comes into play, we can exile a creature from our hand, and there's a bunch of other decks, but essentially we exile a creature from our hand and get a copy of a creature from our sideboard. So this allows us to get a bunch of silver bullets from our sideboard anytime we need that. We can get Thalias and Elite Spellbinders for control. We can get removal like Giant Killer, Deputy Detention, Knight of Autumn, Shifting Ceratops for control decks to beat counterspells, Elder Garderoth to gain life against aggro, Yasharn for the Zag decks. Also, we got Rest in Peace, which we can't get with Huntmaster, but is good against the Graveyard Sacrifice style decks. And that is the Captain, what I think might be the most broken thing going in Historic at the moment. That is our Much Ado deck for this week. So I'm not going to say any more. Let's just jump into the games and you can just see how ridiculous this deck is. Like, this deck is absurd. It is busted. It is bonkers. So let's jump into our game, see the Captain in action. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoy it. And I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Do you need some new Innistrad Crimson Vow cards? Well, you can get them all from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish and even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they will hook you up. Much Ado About Nothing time. We are historicing this week with Captain combo and sounds fine. I mean, turn 3 Captain. No thought seizes, please. I mean, as long as we stick the Captain, we're happy. Land and Innkeeper. Well, I mean, this is what can get us to our Captain next turn, assuming we don't get Thoughtseize. Opponent, land. Snoop. All right, that is fine. So we will Pathway on white. Captain. See if we can hit a clone, preferably. Well, okay. No clone, but Soul Herder's fine. No attacks. End step. Blink the Captain. Another shot at the clone. Gain some life. All right, there's a clone on the Captain. Do it again. Well, Skyclave's fine. Skyclave, get rid of the Snoop. And your go, opponent. Not a bad turn 3. Decent. That's all right. I would say fine. Opponent plays a land. Goblin Chieftain. And now we get to do this again and again, hopefully. So let's think about this. Let's just play land untapped. Skyclave Apparition, get the Chieftain. I mean, this is a blowout. This deck is absurd. Grow the Soul Herder. Go to and we get multiple Captain triggers. Hit ya. Down to 7. Ephemerate. The fake Captain. Copy the Captain. And opponent. Done. The card is so busted. All right, opponent's playing goblins. We don't actually have a real plan for them. We're just trying to outvalue them, run it back. I mean, if we do that, I think we beat basically just any deck in the format. Like, it's absurd. It's absurd. Captain is absurd. That's why I'm pretty sure this card's gonna end up getting nerfed. Like, it's bonkers. It's like the Neo form combo, except you get to play all good cards, or mostly good cards. It's like that, except there's no cost of playing all these janky cards that don't work outside the combo. You just play Captain, and you play a bunch of like removal and these clones that are fine anyway, and Soul Herder, and you just wreck people about it on the play. Sounds pretty bad. No captains. All right. Captain and Ramp will take it. I mean, I am a little bit worried about goblins. Like, goblins getting one of their best draws could definitely beat us. Like, a super fast Muxus is kind of scary. Let's just Pathway on green, Gilded Goose. Shift the turn. Opponent, Mountain. Well, Gilded Goose. And Temple Garden tap past the turn. Well, next turn the fun begins, hopefully. Opponent untaps. Can you stop the Captain? Mountain. Well, all right, it's Captain time. Play the land, Captain. Sack of food. Triggers. Well, all right, Grizzled Huntmaster. Kind of a whiff. Get rid of Glasspool Mimic. What do we want from our sideboard against goblins? Yasharn isn't bad. It might just be Spellbinder to tax a Muxus, maybe. Yeah, let's just take Spellbinder. That's fine. And pass the turn. Well, that wasn't the greatest Captain. Opponent untaps. But we do have Soul Herder in hand to restart if we want. Opponent, Ringleader. Wow, okay. Fair Goblins. Opponent draws, well, there's a Muxus and a Krenko. We draw a Captain. Soul Herder or Natural Captain? Yeah, let's just play the natural. Well, actually, you know what? Let's play Soul Herder. Play Soul Herder. If we draw a land, we can play the second Captain next turn anyway. Attack. Opponent takes it. Blink the Captain. Grow the Soul Herder. So Muxus is coming in 2 turns. Let's see what we hit. All right, that's good. Mirror Image. Copy Captain. Glasspool Mimic. I think we copy the Captain. Glasspool Mimic. All right. Well, I guess we'll copy a Captain. Let's do that. Oh, what do we get? Oh, Mirror Image. Huh. Imagine that. Let's copy Captain. You know what? I think we just end the chain with Innkeeper so we get the treasure that we can use to cast Captain. The next opponent's done. Like, what do you do about that? What do you do about that? How do you stop it? How do you stop it? You don't. I mean, I'm sure there are ways of stopping it, but like, that's insane. We play a 4-drop, and look at what we ended up with. 4 mana. We ended up with 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 power, 5 bodies. That was for playing a single 4-drop. That was it. And look at our deck. It's not like we're full of a bunch of horrible cards. We got Skyclave Apparitions. We got Elite Spellbinders. This is some janky Neo form combo. Like, we're playing good stuff. This deck is monkers. It's monkers. Broke it already. Sweet. Much brew about nothing time. We are playing some Historic this week with a Captain combo, and I think we're going to keep this. Keeping a non-Captain hand is a little awkward, but we got Charming Prince to scry. We got some removal. We got some ramp if we hit our mana. Control A. Let's just Pathway. Charming Prince, scry. Yeah, let's go bottom. Bottom, pass the turn. Yeah, I don't know how Control's going to go in game 1. We got some good sideboard options for Control. Unsure overall, though. Probably our toughest matchup, I'd say, since they have the Wraths. Well, that is the Captain. Well, play the land untapped. Play Gilded Goose. Get the food. Charming Prince. Do some scrying. Bottom and bottom. We really just want to hit a land here. Hitting a land is the best, because if we hit a land, then we can try to Captain and also have Ephemerate up, which would be ideal. And I'll hit you with the Charming Prince. Opponent cycles, cast out, draws a card. Whew. All right. Slow Control. Opponent untaps. So yeah, the challenge here is we can build a big board, but our opponent can theoretically just Wrath it. And they can counter our Captain, which is super awkward. Another ephemerate. We'll go to combat. Attack, attack. I don't even think we're going to try to play captain here. Opponent goes to 14. Untaps. Land. Day of Judgment. Okay, so we need to ephemerate a Charming Prince to save the Gilded Goose. And then make a food. All right, so we get to save the goose. And this does mean we get to cast a captain. We'll see. Goose returns. Decline. We draw the land, which is nice. Well, all right, captain time. Into Mirror Image on captain. Into Glasspool Mimic on captain. Into Whiff. I mean, that wasn't a bad turn, but if our opponent just untaps and casts a second Wrath, all that kind of goes for nothing. Opponent, land to fairy. Okay, well, let's blink a captain. We would like to build a lethal board if we could. Mirror Image, captain. Mirror Image. Well, maybe control's not a problem, captain. And, well, I guess we put a Skyclave into play, even though it doesn't do anything. All right, well, your go, opponent. Untap those 2 lands, friend. The deck's so busted. And opponent, done diddly done. Oh, so good. All right, Spellbinder in. Thalia in. Go down. Skyclave apparitions. And what? So we do want to leave some stuff in the sideboard to get with our Huntmaster. Like, that's why we're not bringing in all the copies of Thalian Spellbinder, although maybe we should. There's also a question with Ceratops, whether we would rather try to conjure it or just have one in our main deck. It's probably better to leave it in the sideboard, I think. And then let's just go down all the Skyclaves. Yeah, let's go down 1 Innkeeper. Yeah, try it like that. Considering that control feels like a hard matchup, that went pretty well. Like, the combo's just so good. We even got Wrath that game. We even got Wrath, and it still didn't matter. Still not convinced this is a great matchup for us, but, I mean, blinking Spellbinder could be a thing. We'll keep Opponent Island. I mean, this is one of our best sideboard cards. Glasspool Mimic tap. Go. Untaps. All the Storm Giants and passes. Well, land on green and Innkeeper. All right, opponent's gonna counter, that's fine. I mean, the thing we really want to resolve is Spellbinders and Soul Herders with this hand. Those are the most important tap land. Passes, ooh, Thalia. Well, play this on white, just play Thalia. Play around the Censors, Jwari Disruptions. Pass the turn. Ooh, okay, they did have the Censor. Well, Thalia helps slow our opponent down a bit. Portable Hole. Sure. Opponent passing. I'll play Glasspool Mimic as a land. Yeah, play Spellbinder. Do they have more counters? All right, hopefully we can get something like a Teferi. I'll take the Archmage's Charm, I think. Archmage's Charm is a card that could stop our Soul Herder next turn. Land for our opponent. Well, I guess it still can it? Well, play a Soul Herder. Yeah, because they drew the land, they can still counter. Wow, they just Memory Deluge. Interesting. Interesting. So they get 2 cards, but we get to get in with the Spellbinder, play a Gilded Goose, end of turn blank Spellbinder. Hopefully they didn't hit 2 and opponent scoops it up. Oh, taking down control. No captain. No captain necessary. Still just whacking control. Oh my goodness. Maybe this deck is like legitimately good. All right, sweet. Much about nothing time. We are historicing this week with Inquisitor Captain combo, and the hand looks good. We got the captain. We got way to ramp into it. We got some scrying. Kind of what we're looking for. Opponent Island. Well, ooh, 2 captains. 2 captains is better than 1. Gilded Goose. Go. Opponent. Pretty good looking land for having a new border. Blue-white control. Play the land. Charming Prince Scry. You know, yeah, let's Scry. Huntmaster. We actually kind of want both of these. Yeah, all right, keep them both. Another land and a Huntmaster to get a sideboard card, hopefully like a Thalia or something. It's, wow, missing land drops. All right, well, in that case, play the land untapped. Play Soul Herder. Trying to play around Censor. Blink Gilded Goose to get our food back. Grow the Soul Herder. This is fine. This does set us up for double captain next turn, which is good. I mean, our opponent. Wow. All right. Well, untap land. Captain. Here it comes. We hit. Oh, that's a whiff. Well, Gilded Goose, I guess. Make a food. Go attacking. End of turn. Blink the captain. Try again. Oh, wow. This is going so well. Yeah. Grow the Soul Herder. Wow. Okay, so those captain hits were really bad, but we're still pretty far ahead at the moment. Opponent. Oh, maybe our opponent's not control. What is our opponent playing? And opponent's good. Well, I don't know what our opponent's playing. Maybe there's some sort of like Delver deck. We were playing around the counters and they apparently didn't have them. Well, bring in the Thalias, bring in the Spellbinders, go down a Charming Prince, a Prosperous Innkeeper, a Skyclave Apparition, and Gilded Goose? Let's try it like that. Just do some trimming. The other stuff, we have some stuff that would be good in this matchup in our sideboard, but we want it in our sideboard so we can find it with Grizzled Huntmaster. Actually, more likely to find it in our sideboard than our main deck for one-ofs, like Shifting Ceratops or whatever. Can you beat the captain? This is a deck that it looks like a meme deck, sort of, but when you play it, it doesn't feel like a meme deck. It feels kind of busted. How about it? Does a little mulliganing. Well, I mean, this sounds good. Got some ramp, got the cap. Temple Garden go. Opponent. I mean, they could be control with Chart, of course, I guess. It's possible. Now play a land. Prosperous Innkeeper. Maybe Reanimator. Opponent. Okay, definitely some sort of graveyard deck. Main phase Otherworldly Gaze. I mean, if they can reanimate like Sarah, whatever, like that would probably get us. We don't really have a plan for beating that. Our Skyclaves can't get. I guess we can tutor up. Well, no, because I'll have protection from creature. Yeah, I was gonna say we tutor up Deputy of Attention from our sideboard, but yeah, we actually just like really don't have a plan to beat that. Opponent doesn't mill anything. Tap land. Well, Portable Hold, that's fine. Looks like captain time to me though. Opponent passes. Land untapped. Play the captain. And we find, all right, Glasspool Mimic, copy captain. Into Mirror Image, copy captain. Into Charming Prince. Exile captain. End of turn, get back the captain. Mirror Image, copy captain. And Thalia. Slow down a Wrath. Opponent. Tap land. Champion of Wits. Okay. That's a good one. Sorta. Draws a discards. Oh my god, another captain. All right, well, in that case, land. Inquisitor Captain. And kind of whiff. And opponent done. It's busted. It's busted. Okay, well, let's just keep doing that. This card's so getting nerfed. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Much brew about nothing time. We are playing some Captain Combo in Historic this week, and this deck kind of busted. Kind of busted. Opponent's on the play. Well, we can't keep this. We do have Inquisitor Captain, but not enough. Well, okay. This will keep. Mirror Image to the bottom. Well, this hand's more okay than great, but the idea is we can. Wow, if we get Thoughtseize, we just lose. But Glasspool Mimic, Charming Prince. All right, opponent's werewolfing by the looks. This will be interesting. Well, tap land go. We need Charming Prince to try to find lands like. Oh, Clara. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. Clara Clash Shadow Spear. Opponent hits us, so a life gain deck. Well, play this on white. Charming Prince to do some scrying. Charming Prince bottom, Temple Garden top. All right, this is fine. Opponent. Well, if we get comboed, this is less fine. Scurry Oak. Okay, well, we'll see. Well, play the land. Oh, no. All right, well, play the land. Soul Herder. No attacks. Well, if our opponent just goes infinite here, then we're super dead. Scry with Charming Prince. Bottom and bottom. All right, we'll see. Don't go infinite. No infinite. No infinite. If we can get down this Inquisitor Captain, we have got a couple options. We can try to Grizzled Huntmaster an answer from our sideboard. All right, Heliod. That's going to be a bit slow. Well, okay. Well, we got to take the safe route. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Scurryoak. Tap land. Attack with Soul Herder. This is actually pretty good because we can Soul Herd the Skyclave. Opponent gets a 3/3, but we get to get rid of the Heliod and the Scurryoak. And now our opponent's not really anywhere near comboing. All right, Bullet has been dodged. Opponent says good game. We'll good game you back. And opponent, this deck is like busted. It's busted. We broke it. We broke Historic. So I actually don't think we change anything. We want a removal spell on the sideboard. The alley doesn't do anything. We bring the Spellbinders, I guess, if we can find room. Maybe like bring in 2 Spellbinders, go down an Innkeeper and Charming Prince? Try like that, I guess. I mean, it worked. We found the answers. We didn't even get to the captain part of the game. We just... Soul Herder's like a legit good card. Skyclave's a legit good card. That's part of what makes this deck so scary, is it like has this pseudo combo, but it also can just play like a reasonable Magic deck. All right, opponent, Forest. Blightblade, sure. Well, tap land, go. No captain. Hopefully we find one at some point. Opponent plays a tap land. Shadow Sphere. And hits us for 1. There's the captain. All right. Prosperous Innkeeper. Go. Well, now we got options. We can captain next turn, or we can just play a removal spell. If our opponent just equips, they can't combo next turn, so probably captain time? I think it's captain time. Hollow Fountain untapped. Inquisitor Captain. How good is it? Gain a life. Well, all right. We'll settle for a Soul Herder. Just a Soul Herder. Go attacking. Soul Herder. Blink the captain. Grow the Soul Herder. Get another shot at it. Gain some life. How about another captain? Captain. And opponent. Done. Did we actually just break Historic? I think we just broke Historic. This deck seems insane. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Much ado about nothing time. We are breaking Historic with Inquisitor Captain, and we will keep. We do need a white source. We are lacking a white source, which is awkward, but otherwise this hand is pretty good. Pretty good. That's not a white source. All right, tap land, go. Into the north. All right, so opponent's playing a ramp deck of some sort. Well, I mean, we'll see. If we draw white mana, I like this hand. All right, there's white mana. So play this on white. Charming Prince. Do, I guess, some scrying. Bottom and... Is Skyclave even worth it? Maybe we go bottom. We definitely want Mirror Image on the bottom because we want to hit it with Captain. Yeah. I feel like our opponent's stuff's going to be too big to kill with Skyclave. Opponent. Tap land. Into the north. Well, we'll see. We can get down Soul Herder, which is nice, and that sets us up for a pretty good captain. If our opponent can get to like Ugin or something, though, that's kind of scary. Play a Soul Herder. Head you a Charming Prince. Blink the Charming Prince. Grow the Soul Herder, do some scrying. I don't even know what we're looking for. Probably Grizzled Huntmaster, actually. Grizzled Huntmaster snagging stuff from our sideboard could matter here. Opponent, up to 6 mana. What big scary stuff do you have? Shark Typhoon. All right. I mean, Shark Typhoon is good, but is it Inquisitor Captain good? Land on green. Inquisitor Captain. Here they come. What do we find? Nothing. We'll play a Gilded Goose. Go attacking. So I think what we actually do here is blink the Charming Prince to blink the Inquisitor Captain. So this means if our opponent has a Wrath of some kind, we're still going to get the captain back on our opponent's end step. Circle of Confinement. Gonna get the Soul Herder, sure. And Circle of Confinement. All right, Sharks versus Captains. Hits the Charming Prince. Opponent passes. Here comes the Captain. All right, Mirror Image. Copy Captain. And whiff. Prosperous Innkeeper. Sure. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually kind of interesting. I think what we do is play Huntmaster. Get rid of the Mimic. We'll just take one. We can get a Deputy of Detention. Deputy of Detention. Gets rid of the Circle of Confinements. Get some triggers. Charm and opponent done. Was trying to figure out the best way to stack our triggers there, but I guess in the end it doesn't matter. Too busted. Too busted for our poor opponent. This deck is like literally absurd. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's so insane. All right, opponent's playing Ramp. We'll bring in Thalias. We'll bring in Spellbinders. The game plan is essentially the same though. Go down, maybe like one Skyclave, an Innkeeper, a Charming Prince. What's our last cut? We can go down one. I go down one Mirror Image. Try it like that. All right, a little bit more hate for our opponent's deck. That went pretty well though. This deck is just like absolutely bonkers. Like I keep saying that, but it's like so true. Can you beat the captain? No one else has. Are you the first one? All right, hand is fine. We got a quick captain. Tap land, go. Opponent plays a land into the north. Sure. Breeding Pool untapped and Prosperous Innkeeper. Pass the turn. Opponent. Narset. Okay. I mean, Narset doesn't stop our combo, so I think it's fine. Nissa. We will play the land untapped. Play the captain. And see what we can find. I'll take Soul Herder, I guess. There's some argument, I think, to taking Thalia, but gain a life, hit the Narset. Blink the captain. A Wrath would be kind of brutal. Get some triggers. Glass Pool Mimic on captain. Get some triggers. Skyclave Apparition on Narset. Well, all right, let's see if they got a Wrath. If our opponent has a Wrath, then we're probably in trouble. We're definitely in trouble. About it. Ooh, beginning new. All right. Well, that's real bad for us. Real bad. I guess we have to elite Spellbinder. Oh no, we finally met our match by this ramp deck with the Sweeper. I'll take the Nissa. Opponent just has rest for days. All right, so opponent definitely has a plan for this matchup. They have a plan. It seems reasonable. Shark Typhoon is coming. Nissa's coming eventually. All right, we might actually be in trouble here. Opponent's got a lot of Raz. Opponent gets in, hits us, no blocks, down to 18. Passes. I think we just play the, how do we want to do this? So against Shark Typhoon. This is actually really interesting now. Play the land on white. Play Soul Herder. Play Gilded Goose. No attacks. Blink Spellbinder. That's a lot of cards that are hard for our deck to beat, all piled together. We're gonna need to find another captain, I think. Well, take Shatter this guy, I guess. It slows our opponent down a little bit, at least. Opponent cycles, makes a shark, draws a card, goes attacking. So apparently our opponent did hit the Wrath mana. We'll block one of them. Yeah, this is bad. We need a captain and we need it quick. Opponent hits the land for the Wrath, shatters the sky, sweeps our board. I'll play Prosperous Innkeeper, play Thalia. Oh, pass the turn. Come on, Captain. Gross Spiral. Do they find the land? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem is this Ugin's coming very quickly. Oh, these Skyclaves are not doing anything. Get in and hit ya. Oh, I think they got us. I think we finally lost. Have we even lost a game with this deck? I don't think we've even lost a game until now. Gross Spiral. Surprised they didn't play the Nissa. All right, Spellbinder maybe? Spellbinder would be good. No, a land. I'll hit ya. Play the land and I'll pass the turn. But this Ugin just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're one land away from Ugin. And the Nissa can come down now. So that's going to get to the Ugin next turn. So we got to do it this turn. We need to draw this turn or we are dead. Simple as that. All right, that's it. That's it. That's all. We got to get the top deck this turn. I think we need like a Captain chain ending with something to stop the Ugin. Although with the Nis out, that's going to be tough. And that doesn't do it. All right. Well, so we saw it is possible to lose a game with this deck. It is technically possible. I mean, I actually think this could be a tough matchup for us. This might actually be a not great matchup for our deck. We might have finally found one that is not just a freebie. Opponent. I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess it's good to lose once in a while. We get to play first. Well, okay, we'll keep it. Not as fast as we'd like, but we got the Captain. We got Charming Prince, which is actually kind of helpful. Charming Prince can potentially save Captain with ephemerate shenanigans. Well, land on white. Charming Prince scry. Definitely want the Spellbinder. That's a good one. I mean, maybe we can tempo him out. Opponent, land passes. I'll go to combat, hit ya. Land on green, Spellbinder. All right, opponent's got a counter. All right, so that's keeping our opponent alive for now. Opponent into the north. Well, Captain time. Is it enough? Land untapped. Play the Captain. Find a clone for the Captain. Find Charming Prince for Captain. Well, this is the big turn. This is where our opponent needs to Wrath us. And this is where we'd like to hit a Thalia or a Spellbinder. All right, we'll go with Spellbinder. Oh, none of those cards do anything. Well, we'll take the Settle the Wreckage. I mean, we're just trying to close out this game, essentially. Opponent untaps and scoops it up. Still undefeated champion. I mean, I think Historic is broken. We broke it. It has the power of the weird Neoform combo, but you don't got to play all the bad Neoform cards. You get to play all these good cards, and you still kind of do the same thing. Wow, this deck is insane. All right, well, yeah, that's Captain Combo. That is, what did we drop? A game? I think we dropped a game through our 5 matches. Deck's insane. It is insane. The only thing I would say, and I guess this is wrap up stuff, but the only thing I would say is the only reason I would not tell you to go out and get this deck and start playing in Historic is I am 100% convinced this card's getting nerfed. It could be as soon as the next update. They said they're going to nerf cards monthly-ish. I would not be surprised if the next round of nerfings is Inquisitor Captain getting changed to say, essentially, if it was cast, and that would eliminate this deck essentially. Like, we couldn't do the shenanigans with putting clones into play. We couldn't blink it. We couldn't soul herder it. So that would just absolutely kill the entire idea of this deck. In the meantime, I think this deck's actually busted. Like, I think it is legitimately straight up busted. We beat aggro, we beat ramp, we beat control. It really didn't matter. It's just, it's too good. It's just too good. Well, yeah. That's Captain Combo. Sweet. So why don't we learn this week about the Captain and Captain Combo in Historic? And the deck's insane. We went 5-0. We lost a single game along the way against ramp. Our opponent had multiple sweepers into an Ugin, but we took down aggro decks like Goblins. We took down blue-white control playing to fairies. We took down mid-range piles. We took down the ramp deck. I honestly think this might be the best deck in Historic at the moment. Like, if you remember, we got that Neoform combo deck where you're trying to like copy a dual caster mage a bunch of times and make a whole bunch of them out of your deck, and then eventually you're able to get, something with haste and win the game. This feels like that. Except you don't gotta fill your deck with really bad cards that don't do anything outside the combo. You get to play a bunch of really good cards that are, Soul Herder is a good card, Charming Prince is a good card, Skyclave Apparition is a great removal spell, Grizzled Huntmaster, King Grab as anything. Like, those are all just really strong cards. And you still have that combo potential. I guess you don't win literally on the spot like the Neoform combo can, but we still have games where we play a Captain and end up with like 15, 20 power on the battlefield from a single card, and that's enough to beat most decks. So I honestly think this is one of the best decks in Historic, if not the best deck in Historic. Like, it felt absolutely insane. We only dropped a single game through all 5 of our matches. My only concern, I mentioned this before, the only reason I would not be like get this deck, rank up with it in Historic, is I really truly think they're going to nerf Captain. I would be really, really surprised if Captain doesn't only get nerfed, but probably nerfed relatively quickly, because I think the card is it's just busted. My guess is they make it so it's a cast trigger, maybe, so you can't do the clone shenanigans, you can't do the Soul Herder ephemerate shenanigans, and you have to just get one trigger with it, which would make it much more like an actual collected company. But for now, until they get around to nerfing this, Inquisitor Captain is just collected company plus. That also has combo potential and is just absolutely busted. The deck is busted. It is busted. So it is outside of the risk of getting nerfed. And if they did nerf Captain to say cast only, the deck just dies. Like you can't play this deck anymore. It ruins the entire concept of it. You could try to turn into some regular Soul Herder deck, which would be sweet, and just play like some sort of Yarion Soul Herder value pile and get rid of all the combo pieces. But it would be, this build of the deck would essentially not exist anymore if they did nerf it. But for now, the deck is busted. It is super fun. It is sweet. It is powerful. And if you're looking for a way to rank up in Historic, I would definitely recommend it. Just be warned, there's a decent chance that in a month or 2 months or however long it takes Wizards to get around to nerfing Inquisitor Captain, the deck won't exist anymore. But that is Captain Combo. That's been our Much Brew for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.